Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shake up on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. We'll watch Los Angeles in this one as they go up against Los Angeles. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And here is Anthony. Pass to Markkanen. Lets the three fly.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Buries the long-range jumper.
And coaches preach the importance of unselfishness at all times. There, he gives the ball up for a better look.
Here's Wilson, and it's off from three-point range. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many Finnish players in the NBA. I know Lowry is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland, and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Pass to Lindenborg. Over Rose. Los Angeles with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong.
Here's Flag. Wembanyama, a screen. Lindenborg, good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Shaq. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Shaq. And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
And the basket by Chambers. Chambers got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Los Angeles.
Well, he drew attention inside and then kicks the ball out.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And it's Flag with the rebound. Here's Wembanyama. And he gets it to go. Wembanyama's got his second basket.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Right side, Wilson. Stolen by Markkanen. Left side, O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top, leading by a point. We'll take... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
And here's Los Angeles, trailing by 2.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer.
Look at the range from Adebayo. Confident stroke.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Green defending. Clingan. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
They set the pick. Pass to Buck. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Now here's Green. Here's Hachimura. Offline with his 3.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
From deep, Adebayo. Here's Hachimura. Scoreless thus far. Off target with his 3.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
SGA on the wing. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And here is Los Angeles now. SGA surveying the defense. It's Shai fighting through contact down low.
And when you get physical with Gilgeous-Alexander, you really have to hit him, or else he just powers through that contact.
Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. LeBron outside. There's the pick. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
55 seconds left to play in the first half. Marking it into the lane. And the basket by Chambers. Chambers got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Impressive decision-making there. He could have tried to score, but makes the right decision and hits the open shooter.
And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by O'Neal.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Sure, why settle for the layup when you can just jam it home? You gotta love the aggressive finish.
Outside, George. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. LeBron outside. Oden a screen. 1 second left. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles leads by only 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Flag with it. Going inside. Pass to O'Neal. O'Neal is double. Outside Anthony. O'Neal outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And this is how lethal Anthony is in close, capable of throwing it down all over the defense.
Stolen by Rose. Pass to Anthony. Fires the 3. That's tipped.
Oh, that's just stellar defense right there from Lindenberg. He worked so hard to come up with that block.
And stolen by Flag. Outside Wilson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Flag. Wembanyama, a screen. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And Lindenberg missing. Los Angeles leading by 4.
Well, long-armed and broad-shouldered, Yaxel Lindenberg has a first-team All-NBA name, and his skill level stands out as well. At 6'9", able to pass, handle, and shoot, he is multi-tool.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
To Los Angeles.
Taken away by Anthony. And he drives in. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And this is why you can't give Anthony a lane, because this guy will run all over you.
Pass to Lindenberg. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lindenberg's got 6.
Well, look, just a few years ago, that's a bad shot. Not anymore.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So, great for Cooper Flag. Both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean, right? Though at this point, he's a powerful young man, and he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
Here's Garnett. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Outside Wilson from downtown. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
At this point of his career, Wilson's not going to light you up from 3, but he's worked hard on that shot, and it is definitely improving.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Finishing things off there with a dunk.
54 seconds left in the third. Los Angeles leading by 4. Butler on the wing. Shoots the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And that one's good. Flag.
And we see some of the competitiveness of Flag. The response, that 3 right back at you.
Deep Adebayo.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Yep, it counts.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Here's Hachimura. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top, up 2. And right after that, 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's Anthony. With the drive. Here's O'Neal with the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now George. Oden a screen. 6 to shoot. Over Anthony. Shot by Oden is no good. And here's Los Angeles. A 2-point game. O'Neal. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. George, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for Los Angeles. Launches it. The three goes down.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Outside SGA. And it doesn't go.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Cleared away by George. Los Angeles trails by 3. Stolen by Markkanen. Now O'Neal. That one misses. George looking around. Oden a screen. Shoots. There's the jumper. Nice one.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just getting the ball and let him do his thing.
Fires the three. Knocks down the three.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Outside Rose. Just 5 on the clock. Now Anthony. And he does not hit. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Flag. Buries the deep ball.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And here is Anthony. Hit by Anthony. Now O'Neal. Wembanyama reels it in.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness.